Hello. We are here today to discuss about what everyone's discussing on the news. A man, or little tramp, whichever you prefer, is recently seen going through a nervous breakdown. To discuss this news, I'm here today with Genevan philosopher and writer Jean-Jacques Rousseau. He is known for being well involved with the French Revolution and creating the social contract, which is an iconic piece that's very well known and used constantly throughout time. Also here, I have the honor to be with Karl Marx, historian and writer and social revolutionist. He is known for creating the Communist Manifesto. And my name is Edward Palmer Thompson, historian and writer, known for the time, work, discipline, and industrial capitalism. Also a intellectual for the communist movement inside of England, and a strong Marxist follower.
Ever since the French Revolution, people have implemented the social contract in almost all of their legislation. Ever since the creation of industrial capitalism, people's rights and liberty has been removed once again. This lack of freedom, equality, and leisure times is what caused the nervous breakdown seen by the little tramp.
Adding to my friend Rousseau point of view, the capitalism increasing growth of inequality and strength of wealth, including goods, service, factories, anything worth money in a fewer hands, and as a result, it caused the breakdown of the lower class social life. A crisis wherein wealth couldn't be consumed because the majority of people, the working class, had been poor of the wealth and money to exchange for it. Back to you.
Okay, the little tramp problem is the inequality, and he was working hard and the lower wage without his rights. Actually, this situation mentioned the little tramp's owner emphasized effectiveness, but it didn't work well. To return little tramp to society as a wealth and fully functional human being capable of exercising the most fundamental quality of a human being was to build an equal society to everyone, like social contracts. Little tramp was working for a low wage and he could not have the rights, so I thought that living in the social order emphasized humans' inviolable rights. Man was born free and he is everywhere in chains. Humans' inviolable rights were manufactured by not nature. It rests on the social contracts. So actually, like the little traps, these people were the relationship of owner and the slave, not the relationships of citizens and superior. Thus, the social contract should accept for equality and rights, and the little tramp should join the social contract to become the citizen. Through the social contract, people transfer by themselves, and they were going to preserve what they have. And social contract is the alliance of freedom, that people keep their freedom and protect their own property individually. If little tramp would like to obtain freedom and morality and the other things from the social contract, he should join into the social contracts with the developed society, because the human could obtain the peace and freedom from that stable society with social contracts, and they should receive reasonable treatment, not receive inequality treatment. So, because human must have the right equality, therefore no one can abuse others' freedom and rights. So that's why little tramp should join into the social contracts.
Go.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think all people have the rights, have human rights that should be observed. But I also understand that it's also human nature to be lazy. And if people aren't given a bit of a push, a little bit of a little bit of a push, whether it be taxes or whatever means to get people to get into the factory, society won't advance as quickly as it is now. I wouldn't stand today seeing how advanced and how well people have been able to trade globally if it wasn't for modern industry and how much products are actually in the market. I think there should be there's a fine line between the rights people should be receiving and how much leeway they should be given. Do I know exactly? No, but through trials and it should be able to be found out. Okay, thank you, Mr. Russo. Mr. Karl Marx, what's your opinion on the matter?
My opinion, in my point of view, that capitalism only benefits certain people, not caring about the lower class social life. I feel this guy needs to join the communist system, since in this system there's equality, which can help the workers and lower class to become and own their own social life without worrying that they will be kicked out of work. Industrial capitalism causes this man madness, working long hours, doing the same thing, has depressed of his own social life, causing him to become crazy. Modern industrial production under capitalist condition workers will surely lose control of their lives by losing control of their work. Workers therefore end to be self-ruling, being in any significant sense. I believe under my system, communist condition, a person will own his own shop, set his own hours, determine his own working condition, shape his own product, and have some say in how his product is exchanged or sold. The little tramp, if he lives under this system, he wouldn't lose his growing life by working for people that don't really care about his social life. That's it.
Yeah, you mentioned the effect of machinery. Can you elaborate more on that?
Well, machines represent fixed costs, investment of capital that promise stable output. Workers are weak, uneven human beings. Machines are more capable, but forced by protocol. The workers become all the poorer, the more wealth the factory owners produce, the more his production increase in power and range. With the increasing volume of the word of things, proceed in a direct division to the weakness of the word of men. Labor produce not only products, it produces itself and the workers as a service, and does so in the section in which produce products generally.
Thank you, Mr. Marx. It's truly an honor to be able to sit on the same table with you. Everyone considers your work influencing mine, especially at the time, work discipline and industrial capitalism. But I would have to say that there's a lot of things that I can't agree with. First and foremost, I'll explain what I do agree with. I think it's very necessary to give people some time of leisure. That's the one issue I see with industrial capitalism, as it is in the news article we all saw. But to say that we have to remove industrial capitalism, I don't agree with it. It's been too helpful for society as a whole to help develop it as quickly as it has in the past 200 years. I would say there has to be some modifications, but first and foremost, I would like to point why this system works. We were all able to see specialization occurring inside of the factory. That's the correct thing to do in industrial capitalism. Specialization is proven to produce a surplus of products, which isn't going to hurt the economy. I believe it's needed. It helps build the economy quickly. Next thing is the efficiency of time. The time slots that the little tramp had to go through in and out of lunch, in and out of the workplace. And Also, the fact that the owners are also bringing in new mechanisms to try to keep developing on the state of their factory to be able to compete is necessary. So in that sense, that is right. That is equal. That's fine. I think to prevent nervous breakdowns from occurring inside of a factory, there's a few things you can do. You can provide more lunch time, or provide less work time. Provide each worker a good amount of time for them to have a leisure time, which I think promotes the sanity, promotes people to stay sane. Also, maybe increasing pay. Maybe part of the reason why he had a nervous breakdown is because he didn't receive enough pay. He had many things to do, and that's why he's working so nervously, so ecstatically. But to say that we should change the system entirely, I don't completely agree on it. I think industrial capitalism or modern industry is the correct way to go about these things. Maybe diminish the line between the proletariat and the capitalist would be a plus, but I think capitalism is the way to go.